Hello everyone, it's a hunting season here in Norway and today we're gonna make moose burgers, Norwegian style. The moose meat, we're gonna make some potatoes, we're gonna use different type of mushrooms, this is dried mushrooms, and we're gonna use some fresh ones, and we're gonna use a little bit of nutmeg, we're gonna use thyme, and we're gonna use juniper berries, and let's start making the burgers.
Let's make start.
Okay. And let's start making the burgers.
Super.
So for the first step, I have soaked the mushrooms. This is porcinis and chanterelles. I'm gonna soak them in a warm water and let them on the side. And while we are waiting for the mushrooms, we can start by cooking our potatoes. We're just gonna put them in the water and let them cook. For next step, we're gonna prepare our meat. Here I have like 500 grams of moose meat. It's only meat, really low percentage of fat. For the seasoning, we're gonna use one egg. We're gonna make like a patties now for the meat. We have that on. And then we're gonna add a little bit of nutmeg. Not too much, it's gonna take over the taste. That's in. I'm gonna use a little bit of dried onions. Just like that. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of cream, because the meat is really dry, has as I said, really low percentage of fat, so we're gonna make it a little bit more hydrated, if I can say it so. And it also helps a little bit reduce that wild taste of the meat. If you like it to not to be so much intense in a taste of a wild meat, you can add even more. But I like it when it has a taste of a wild meat, so I'm using like approximately 1 deciliter of the cream. The next thing I'm gonna use is the thyme. Just approximately 1/2 of a tablespoon. And the next thing I'm gonna use, it's gonna really take it to another level. It's gonna have a little bit more of a foresty flavors. It's gonna be juniper berries. So we're gonna scrape this off, put them in patties, and next thing I'm gonna take the glove, and I'm just gonna break this egg, and then I'm gonna combine the meat. So that's for now we can just take this off, throw it away. Next thing I'm gonna use is a potato flour. Approximately 2 tablespoons, and I'm gonna take a little bit of flour there as well. One spoon, and salt. I like it when it's really salty. And now we're just gonna mix it well, and after this is mixed, we're gonna make our patties. Okay, now we have combined all the seasoning and the rest of the ingredients for the patties. Now we're just gonna form them, shape them in the burgers. Okay, now we're gonna shape our meat. We're gonna make our patties now. I'm guessing like approximately 120 grams per patty. Like this. I'm just gonna form them like this here. Make approximately 5, maybe 6 patties. Don't worry, maybe it looks really sticky, but if you have this spatula, it goes really easy off. In the iron pan, there's a little bit of oil. Now if you have this spatula, you can just take it like this, and you just place it here. While they are frying, just leave them for a couple of minutes on to form the shape, and just flip them afterwards, like so. While we have our patties frying, meanwhile we can cut some mushrooms. We cut them a little bit, not too thin, but not too thick either. Okay, now we are back on our patties. Looks like they form really nice color and crust. I'm just gonna place them back here on a baking paper, and I'm just gonna put them back to the, and I'm gonna put them in the oven for a couple of minutes, just to make sure it's cooked all the way. I like meat cooked well done. I don't like raw meat. Now we're just gonna place them in the oven, just to get them cooked all the way. Have preheated oven on 180 degrees Celsius, just like that. Now we have cut our mushrooms. Just gonna move them over here into this bowl. Now the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna take a leek. So I'm gonna cut off these end parts. I'm gonna divide it in two, and half, like so. And I'm just gonna cut them in pieces like this. Now we have cut our leeks. Next thing it's really important to do is to wash our vegetables. Just going to dry them off a little bit. Now we have our mushrooms. Just gonna carefully place them here on the same oil that we cook the meat. Slowly fine. Just gonna drizzle a little bit of oil on top, and I'm gonna have it on a high heat. I want these mushrooms to release the water, and when these mushrooms release the water, I'm gonna hydrate them again. And then I'm gonna hydrate them with these mushrooms and the water that we have soaked previously. Now we have this mushroom sweating out, releasing the water. We're gonna Just continue cooking them on a high heat until the water evaporates. And then, as I said, we're going to hydrate them afterwards again with the mushrooms, and we're going to use this water because this food is full of these mushroom flavors. Now we're going to add these leeks, and I'm going to continue cooking them together until the leek softens up a little bit. So, just remember, just always keep stirring this because it's on a high heat and the leeks can burn really fast. I'm gonna fry this approximately like 3 minutes, just until it softens up a little bit. And right now it looks already, as you can see, it looks a little bit translucent. And they are also releasing a little bit of water themselves. And now I'm just gonna use these mushrooms together, all together like so. And continue cooking until the good part of this water evaporates. And then after this evaporates, almost of it, I'm just gonna add the cream, and then we're gonna cook the cream until we get nice and creamy texture. And our water is almost evaporated, so I'm just gonna add the cream. So, and open one more. And now we're just gonna wait until it cooks and gets a creamy texture. But it's important that we always have. I'm just gonna decrease a little bit the fire, and while we are waiting for this to cook, so we can go make our mashed potatoes. So this is our potatoes that we have cooked earlier. If you remember, that was the first step of this cooking, was to make these potatoes. Just gonna add a little bit of butter, and I'm gonna add milk afterwards. Just gonna, like so, this on, turn it on. If you don't have this machine, kitchen machine, you can just mash it by any other kitchen tool that you have. It's not really important. The thing is just, we want mashed potatoes. I'm just gonna add milk, but this is the warm milk I have. Increase a little bit the speed. And this is our mashed potatoes. I'm just gonna season them with some salt and pepper. Maybe take this out. Add some pepper. Generous amount of pepper and salt, up to your taste. I like really salty food. I'm just gonna combine this all well, just for a little bit, and we have our mashed potatoes done. Now we just made our mashed potatoes, and now we're gonna, as I said, it's really important to have eye on the sauce all the time. I'm just gonna continue cooking this. It didn't get quite the texture we are looking for, but while we are waiting for this, we're gonna season this a little bit with our little bit of salt and pepper, nutmeg if you like. It tastes really good. And the reason why we used the dry mushrooms this time, chanterelles and porcinis, it's because in Norway everything is already frozen. The mushrooms can't those two type of mushrooms can't survive the freezing points, and we are fresh mushrooms, we dehydrate them, and we use them through the winter season. So this is soon gonna be done. We have been cooking this approximately like for about 10 minutes. It's Depends on your what type of cream you use. So this what we're using is Norwegian one, so it takes a little bit more time until it gets until it thickens actually. But as you can see, it's almost done. Yeah, I like a little bit more creamy, so I'm just gonna wait a couple of more minutes. Check if it's seasoned up to your taste, and we're good to serve in a couple of minutes. Done with the sauce, mashed potatoes, and our meat. This is not gonna be like a typical burger serving, because this is Norwegian style. This is like a traditional Norwegian dish. Now it's a plating time. We're gonna plate now in on this nice moose plate. We are totally in forest spirit as we are making moose meat. So we're just gonna have like a generous scoop of mashed potatoes. Have these two patties on like this, like so. Take a generous amount as well of our sauce on the side, like this. And something that's really Scandinavian is cranberry jam. Just one spoon of it, or maybe two if you like it, like me. And there you go. This is typical Norwegian moose burgers or patties, and hope you try it and you like it. It's totally really Scandinavian, really foresty, and enjoy.